Hey, welcome to the Dripping Stone podcast, the podcast for two friends. Raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
I'm Kyle.
Kyle.
Hey.
Guess where we are?
Florida.
Yeah, you're right. You know how I know?
How do you know?
Swamp ass buddy.
We live in it.
You're right. We are. It's everywhere.
Living that dream.
Well, other than Florida in general, because we are still in Florida, because this is part of the 2021 Central Florida Summer Brewery Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We're doing it.
We are. We are at the Clermont Brewing Company.
Yeah.
So we, came all the way from East Orlando,
Right.
trekked across Orlando. It was a long walk,
It was a bit of a stroll.
but we're finally here.
We made it.
And we are in, way west Orlando, Clermont.
Correct.
Little city called Clermont.
Yeah, little burg of Orlando.
Maybe, yeah.
Would you consider it?
Well, I would say that probably the majority of people that live here are
Borough.
probably commuting into Orlando at this point,
Right.
because nobody can afford to live in Orlando.
Right.
Anyway, so we've got 4 beers. Will kind of hooked us up,
Yeah.
and we've got 4 beers.
We do.
We've got their Mexican lager.
Yep.
We've got their Kolsch.
We got it.
We've got a seasonal offering, which is their cherry wheat.
Delicious.
And we've got the Tangerine Hazy IPA.
They are sitting here ready to be drank.
They are, and we are going to drink them.
Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. I think what we're going to do is... Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
That works. All right. Thank you
you.
so much. We just got a delivery of some buffalo chicken dip.
Some smoked chicken dip.
Yeah, they've
Boom.
got not only are they a brewery, they're also kind of a brew pub restaurant kind of thing going on here.
Yeah, it's a nice vibe for
Yeah.
sure. Got some music.
Absolutely.
Chicken.
Music in the background. It's a little bit windy. It's not terribly hot either.
No,
I
we
mean,
got a nice spot here.
I say swamp ass, and we got some swamp ass going on, but it's a nice spot. Yeah,
Well, that's just a requirement of Florida.
it is. We're on the back porch.
This is the back porch.
You're not wrong. It definitely is the back porch. All right, so let's get into this, shall we?
Yes. We're going left to right?
Yeah.
Right to left.
No, I think we'll go left to right because we're going to start with the Mexican lager. It's kind of the lighter beer, just in general.
Digging
And-
the fact that they gave us the limes right
Yeah,
there on the glass.
I know.
I appreciate that.
Well, let's start with the Mexican lager.
You got can words?
Well, I've got menu words.
Menu words. That's a whole new category.
Basically, yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't think we've ever had menu words. I'm gonna take a quick little bite of this buffalo chicken dip real quick.
Do your thing.
Delicious.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. All right. So hold on, we've got limes.
We do.
Do we put limes in beer, or do we sample beer sans lime and then put lime in beer?
I mean, I'll let you make a call there because I was already ready to just go ahead and douse my beer with that lime. I can do a pre-sip.
Okay.
And then I'll throw my lime
I say
in.
we do that because,
Okay.
the beer, but definitely we want the lime for sure.
I got you.
Okay.
Light beer.
Definitely like clear, see-through almost.
Watered down. No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, Mexican lagers
It
are
is.
known.
Yeah, they're usually light. You think of a Corona, it's light.
Yeah, for sure. Mexican lagers are known as just being light beer overall.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, on the nose,
Light beer.
not a whole lot there, which is exactly what I would expect.
Sure.
All right, I'm going in. Ooh, it's light, really easy,
It is light.
but there's a little bit of a
man.
there's a little
a
bit
great
of sweetness
aftertaste there, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a bitter, kind of a nice sweetness going on, for sure.
I think mine has unfairly already been tainted by the lime because I was already getting some of that right off the bat.
Sure.
And I think, obviously we're getting it out of these little tasters.
Little tasters,
so
right.
you can't avoid that lime. But
I'm thinking it needs the lime though. I really do. Like this style of beer, they serve it with a lime for a reason.
yeah, there's a purpose for that. And I'm going to go ahead and take care of that business.
So that sounds good. Now, are you a kind of person that drops the whole lime in afterwards?
Not usually. No, every time. Again,
You're throwing the whole lime
I do
in.
the Corona thing. I shove that lime in the bottle. And
Shake it up.
Shake it up. And have a great time with it.
Shake it up. Good to go. All right. With the lime.
I mean, it's not fair. Like lime just, I think generally makes everything better.
Oh,
it makes
yeah.
toothpaste better.
But here's the thing, though. This was a good base. So, when you have a good base, it's got a little more of a flavor profile than, a Corona or a Tecate or something like that.
Sure.
But when you have a nice base, that lime just adds to it.
Yeah.
It makes it that much better. You have something good already. It just makes it that much better.
I generally find that with pretty much any Mexican lager, but
Right.
the lime really does I don't want to say overwhelm or overtake, I guess. It really becomes the dominant thing. And is that necessarily is that just the purpose? And
Yeah.
is that a negative? I don't know. Like, it absolutely becomes delicious when you do that.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely takes over, and I think like I said, it adds to it, and like that's kind of what you need to put it over the edge. And so I'm almost like, I'm kind of in the mind like, why doesn't a brewery add that lime anyway? You know what I mean?
Well, I think there's something to be said for like the freshness of it, actually doing it yourself.
For sure.
You could also kind of control it. Like, I didn't have to squeeze the whole lime slice.
Sure. I mean, if you wanted it, you could have 4 limes. I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah, that does make sense. But I think it's
Squeeze to taste.
I think it's necessary. I really do. Like, it's good without it, but when you have that lime, it just puts it over the top. You know what I mean?
Elevation.
Yeah, for sure. So I got some menu words. You want to hear them?
Okay.
All right. Boasts hints of sweet corn and grainy flavors with a very smooth mouthfeel and just a touch of bitterness. Clean and chuggable. Perfect with a slice of lime.
I agree with all that.
I agree with all that as well. Like, there's nothing.
There is like a really great grainy aftertaste to
sure.
it. Like, I always attribute that kind of flavor. I always call it like this like cereal-y aftertaste. Like, I always go with like cornflake or Rice Krispie or something. But like, I guess grainy is probably a better term for it. But I think for accuracy's sakes, I'm still going to lean cornflake. Great cornflake aftertaste.
There's
and I appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a bit of a cornflake, but and I agree. Like, it's nice. It's light. It's clean. It's refreshing.
Man, but when you throw that lime in there, it just becomes like lime soda.
It really does. Like a fresh lime, beery lime soda.
A little beery lime soda.
Yeah.
Delightful.
So I think like what we've done the last couple of breweries is we've gone through the beers, we've talked about each of these beers, and then we kind of rated the beers as a whole.
Right.
Kyle's jamming to the music.
Save my soul. Hold on to 16 as long as you can. Okay, we moving on?
I think we're moving on. Moving on to the Kolsch. Do you want to hear menu words first or after?
Let's do a sip and then we'll go to them.
Okay. So in terms of the Kolsch, clarity a little hazier, but like just slightly.
Yeah, it's a very subtle haze, but yeah, I'd say like a shade darker too.
Yeah, but it's still really crisp, really clean. What do you got on the nose?
It smells Kolschy.
Is that a good flavor note?
For me, at this point in time, I don't know that it's a positive note.
Okay.
I'm going back to that Kolsch that we had at Ellipsis.
Yeah.
That was mind-blowingly good.
As far as Kolsch's go,
so, you know,
way high up there.
Good for this Kolsch because I'm going into it with that on my mind.
Sure.
So it's kind of giving me a good vibe.
Yeah, 100%.
And I guess by Kolschy, I mean like it's that sweet.
There's like a sour note.
There's a little bit of a sour, but there's also like this kind of like it's like a oaky kind of a note, like a
woody note.
Yeah,
there's
little
some
wood.
sort of woody note in there. Yeah. All right, I'm going in. Ooh, there's that woody note
What
for
was
me.
that?
What?
The flavor.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's that woody note that's popping through.
I'm also getting like I'm trying not to think of like cherry, but I'm also getting like almost like a chocolate cherry.
Yeah.
Weird thing happening.
There's definitely a note that I can't quite place. I don't know if it's cherry.
Like those chocolate covered cherries that you get
like
around the holidays with like the weird
creamy center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like a weird thing. Or maybe like a Cadbury egg. Chocolate covered thing happening. I don't know why.
I enjoy the nose on this a little bit more than I enjoy the palate.
It's got a lot of flavor though. It's not lacking in flavor.
No. I would say like standard Kolsch. Like
it's very Kolschy.
Very Kolschy.
Yeah.
True to style, but there's nothing a whole lot to really kind of think about.
Sure. But I don't hate it.
No.
I mean, it's very I think you're saying it's very traditional.
I don't think I'd be drawn to this. Like I wouldn't seek this out.
Sure.
But I'm just that way with Kolsch's in general. You know, like
it's not usually my go-to.
It's not my go-to, right?
But pretty good example of
I'm not off-put by it.
Sure.
By any means. No. All right, so let's move on. I got some menu words.
Lay them on me.
Crisp, delicate, and incredibly drinkable German-style Kolsch is a refreshing ale-lager hybrid and has become a favored style by American craft brewers and beer lovers alike.
See, I don't necessarily agree with delicate.
What?
Delicate's not really a word that I would use to describe this. I feel like this is pretty substantial. Like it's robust.
In terms of mouthfeel, flavor, what do you mean?
I'm taking that as delicate in flavor.
Oh, okay.
And I would not use that as a word to describe this at all. I think it's pretty bold as a Kolsch. It's got strong flavor.
Yes.
I would think like I would describe that the Mexican lager is delicate.
Okay.
Because it's so easily kind of overtaken.
I guess when you think about it, though, like delicate in terms of if you put this up against a porter, which we don't have in our flight here, but if you put this up against a porter or maybe even our hazy IPA that we're going to have later, delicate in terms of that overall, yeah.
Maybe.
But maybe against the Mexican lager, no, not in that case. I would say it's definitely more bold than the Mexican lager for sure.
Sure.
I mean, this place is hopping.
Yeah.
People are dancing.
Got a bunch of roosters all over the place.
All right. Moving on?
Moving on.
All right. This is the seasonal cherry wheat.
Seasonal cherry wheat?
Yep. We've got no kind of menu
Are we
words.
in the cherry season?
I mean, it's Florida. We don't have a cherry season in Florida.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I think late spring, early summer is cherry season.
My wife used to love the Sam Adams cherry wheat that they would do.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of it.
Just throw that out there.
All right. I'm going to nose this here.
Pretty sour nose.
A really sour nose. Yeah.
This is making me think this is going to be tart AF.
Yeah, it's definitely got a tart nose.
Yeah.
There's a sweetness there, too, that kind of underlies that tart, but it's like buried under that sour.
Right. Yeah, that sour is dominant. Pretty dark.
It is. And kind of hazy, too. I wouldn't call it chunky.
It's definitely not like thick, but you can't see through it.
Right. It's definitely not Mexican lager clear here.
Yeah.
All right. Going in?
Okay.
You don't, real quick, you don't look super happy about this.
I'm worried it's going to be really tart. And that's not what I'm wanting right now.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
No tart at all.
Wow. That's pretty damn good.
That's pretty fun.
Wow. That is not what I expected. I expected a not quite sour, but just something kind of tart.
I was expecting this to be close to like a sour.
Yeah, and it's not at all.
No, smooth, sweet.
Yeah, I really like that sweet undertone.
That's pretty fun.
That note, I will say, I don't get cherry. I get like hints of cherry. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's not like cherry forward.
No.
They're calling it a cherry wheat.
Right.
Yeah, it's not prominent.
My problem with cherry though is that like there's so many different like versions of cherry because you get like maraschino, you get like Luxardo, really like bourbon aged kind of cherry, and then you get like Robitussin cherry. You know what I mean? Like there's
like candy cherry.
Yeah, and it's just so cherry is such a hard sell in that way.
Right.
So like I don't know if you dial that cherry up, it then can very easily become medicinal. It become super sour. It can become like really bitter too. For what it is, I think it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I like it.
You expect it to kind of either go really heavy bitter at the end,
right,
or really really sweet,
right?
But it never happens. It's just a smooth finish all the way through.
I would totally order another one of these.
Yeah. I could go for a whole pint of that.
I don't have any menu words here for you, Kyle, because this is seasonal, so they're not going to print another menu. But
there you
go. There we are.
I don't even know a ABV on it.
No, have we even said ABVs at all?
I don't think so.
No, man. Wow, we're slacking.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on to our final beer.
Hazy.
The Tangerine Hazy.
I'm really looking forward to this one.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was looking at the menu, starting it out, this is kind of like I had my eyeball on
That's where you're drawn to. All right, color.
Are we doing ABV on the cherry?
Oh, well, let's go back. We'll run back through them. So, because we didn't do any of them.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, color?
It's really light.
Yeah.
Like a really light shade of khaki.
Yeah. That's not far off.
Gap khaki pants on.
Gap khaki?
Gap khaki.
Yeah.
Back into the age of the 90s.
For sure.
Gap commercials.
I remember those. Commercials, I mean.
Chunky?
Potentially chunky. Yeah, I agree.
It is thick.
It's thick. It's really, really hazy. Like, this is definition of hazy beer right here.
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Nose? Ooh.
There's a fruity, but there's also like a little dank.
There's a little dank there.
Little danky.
I appreciate that dank.
Yeah,
but
totally.
That fruity note offsets the dank really nicely. Little toe jam, little locker room.
What's that? I mean, obviously it's supposed to be tangerine. I don't know if I'd put my finger on tangerine.
No, there's a little bit of lemon there.
A little lemon. I feel like I lean in pineapple too.
Ooh, I could say that.
Okay, I really want to taste this better.
Okay, going in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That dank really comes through in the palate.
Ooh, yeah, it does. I wish it were
funky.
I wish it were a little colder.
Yeah, well,
it's like
I'm sure it was when we first got here.
The dank comes through, and that bitter, man, that bitter, like
it's like a grapefruit bitter.
It is, and it hits you on the front end, lets off, and then hits you again on the back. How does that work? It hits on the front end, lets off, and hits on the back end.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting like a lot of tangerine notes. I'm getting some citrus, but I don't know if I'd call it.
Yeah, I don't
tangerine.
think I can place my finger on tangerine, but
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's reminding me of like Billy Joel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Billy Joel. Billy Joel. That's how they say it in Ireland. Billy Joel.
Billy Joel?
Billy Joel.
Oh, okay.
That's a Jim Gaffigan reference.
Didn't get it. I mean, I thought it was funny.
That's why I said it.
Oh, okay.
You get the proof on that? Because I feel like that was supposed to be a high proof, and I don't really.
Yeah,
it's kind of there.
All right, here are the menu words for the Tangerine Haze IPA.
Okay.
Hop aroma and flavor without tongue-curling bitterness.
Yep.
New England-style IPA delivers a big burst of citrus, tropical fruit juiciness.
Right.
I can agree with that.
I agree with those words.
I like the bitter here, and I agree. It's not like it's not butt clenching. They said tongue curling. I like butt clenching better.
Right. Yeah. No.
All right, let's run through the ABVs real quick.
Yep.
Okay. And then we'll rate them. What do you think? All right, Mexican lager. The ABV on the Mexican lager.
Gotta be really low, like 4.
Carol's still with us, Kyle. Yep. Carol, do you got the ABVs? There's food. Food is coming to us.
Deliciousness.
Thank you.
That's some salsa verde. Delicious.
All right. ABV on the Mexican lager. I'm gonna say 4.2.
I'm gonna say 3.8.
Ooh. Carol. Oh, 5 even.
Oh, 5? 5.5.
5.5. Wow.
For a Mexican lager.
Wow. We're both off.
I like this a lot more now. Wow.
All right. On the Kolsch, what you got for ABV?
Jeez, I have no clue now. I would have put that one above, but I can't do that. I'll say 5 even on that one.
I'm gonna go 5.6. 5.2.
5.2.
All right. Carol says 5.2. All right. On the cherry wheat.
Cherry wheat.
I saw this one, so I'm not gonna rate it.
4.8.
What is it? 5.5.
5.5.
All right.
Well, pop.
And the
hazy.
Ooh, I'm gonna say 6.7.
Yeah, I was gonna go 6.8.
Okay. 6.6. All right,
Six
not
is-
too bad. Okay. All right, real quick, let's run through them.
All right.
Rate them, and then give our final opinions on them. Okay.
Okay. Man, this is actually a little closer than I would think.
Yeah.
These are good.
All right, I got mine.
Okay.
You got yours?
Yep.
All right.
Number 1.
In number 1, like bottom spot. Number 1, top spot.
Okay. Number 4.
Number 4. I'm gonna go with the Kolsch.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's good Kolsch.
Yeah. I
It's
agree.
fine, but it's just kind of like very basic for a Kolsch.
Out of these 4, it does not stand out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3 spot.
For me,
Yep.
I'm actually going to go the hazy.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Tasty. It's got a lot of cool things happening to it. It's just right this moment right now.
The hazy's number 3.
I got it in 3.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I like it, but it's number 3. Number 2 for me, I'm going to put the Mexican lager.
Me too.
Hey. Yeah. I like it. I like it without the lime. I like it even more with the lime in there.
Yeah, without the lime, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But with the lime,
It elevates it for sure.
it just matches it really well.
Yeah.
It's a really good pairing.
Makes it that much better. Which means that the seasonal cherry wheat is in number 1.
Is our winner.
Man.
And what was that? What was that ABV on that one? 5.5.
5.5.
So
right.
yeah, that's solid.
It is solid. It's an easy drinking beer. It's got a really nice profile. It's not super heavy. It's not super light. Yeah, it's delicious.
Totally.
Anything else?
Great place.
Oh, yeah.
Cool vibe.
Cool vibe. Really hopping. If you've never been out to Clermont, Clermont's like exploding in terms
Yeah.
of population and popularity.
Has been for a while.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see like good beer developing in areas too.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
So we want to thank Clermont Brewing Company for having us out here.
Totally. We're just coming out, having a good time, trying some beers,
Yeah.
experiencing what we can experience.
For sure. So if you've had the opportunity to come out to Clermont Brewing Company and sample some of their beers, let us know what you think about them.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us what your favorite Kolsch is.
Yeah. And where... Kolsch? Really? That's
Yeah,
what you're going to go with?
absolutely.
Okay. And tell us where else we should visit. What breweries do we need to do?
Where should we go find a place?
Have beer will travel.
Absolutely.
Well, you can get in touch with us through email at drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us through social media.
It's always one word, Drep and Stone, DREP and Stone. Come find us, like us. Tell us what kind of beer you're drinking. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, 100%. You can support the podcast in one of 3 ways. Literally just tell someone about the podcast. Ask them, have you heard about Drep and Stone? They're going to say, yeah, I have. You're going to say, Drep and Stone buddies. Give you a fist bump.
Awesome. What's your favorite episode?
Right, exactly.
Mine too.
Yeah. You can also rate us whatever it is that you find awesome podcasts like this one. And you can support us financially through our Buy Me a Coffee page. It's buymeacoffee.com/Drep and Stone.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
Your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
longer if I do.
I totally got that, and that's definitely going in.
Good thing I crushed it.
Where the fuck are we? Good distinction to make.
Ooh. Okay.
Eating and drinking.
Taking a snack.
Yeah.
Snack break.
Snack break.
Great song.
Carol doesn't want to touch our menu, Kyle.
I wouldn't want to touch your menu either, sir.